Yeah, just 1 minute. Yes. And just now, HOD madam has thrown the focus on the importance of induction program. So, what is the importance of induction program? Why induction program is essential? So, my dear friend, to feel your home, the second home, the VPK BET is your second home, and you should not have any botheration. For that, this is the induction program, and you should have a good interaction with all the teachers, all the staffs, non-teaching staff, which is present over here in the VPK BET, and you feel very comfortable. So this is the motto of this program. My dear friend, as already HOD ma'am has assured you, you people are in the safe hand. So don't worry, your future will be definitely a bright future. You people are the ornament of VPK BIT and us. So my dear friend, whenever you will shine, we will feel proud. So if any students of Vidya Pratishtha goes to the high position, the you can say extreme happiness, the first happiness is with our faculty and VPK BIT team. So my dear friend, all the best for your bright future. And with this word, now I would like to start the today's the introductory session. So hope you people have gone through the schedule of the induction program. So this second session of the day 2 is on the basics of your subjects. So basically, I am going to give you emphasis of the basics chemistry or engineering chemistry, basics of engineering chemistry or introduction of the engineering chemistry. So first of all, let me share my screen. Give me 1 minute. Yes. Yeah. So my dear friends, I think my screen is visible to you. Is it visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So dear friend, so today I'm going to talk on the introduction to the engineering chemistry. So I think already yesterday the Amul Jadhav sir, he has shown you the structure of the first year engineering. What are the different subjects which are taught to the first year engineering students? So among these, the one of the subject is the engineering chemistry. So my dear friend, let me clear you. The engineering chemistry subject will be taught to the 1 semester only. So as madam has already given you the idea, there will be 6 divisions for this first year engineering. So for the first semester, 3 divisions are going to study the engineering chemistry, and remaining 3 divisions are going to study the engineering physics. And later on in second semester, the divisions which have taught the engineering physics, they are going to study the engineering chemistry, and the student which have gone through the engineering chemistry, they will be taught by engineering physics. So this will be the distribution. So initially for the first semester, generally FE 4, 5 and 6 division. So division number 4, division number 5 and division number 6, they will be taught the engineering chemistry, and division number 1, 2 and 3, they will be taught by they will taught engineering physics. My dear friend, the our divisions are based on your initials, so surname of your names. So according to your surname, so the divisions will be there. So the variety of student will be present in the class. That means the divisions are not branch wise. So all branches are mixed. So computer engineering student, IT, mechanical, civil, electrical, ANTC, AIDS, all combination of all students will be there. And this is the, you can say, beauty of the VPK BIT. My dear friend, you will spend a golden moment in VPK BIT during your first year, and you become your friend for your friends during your whole tenure. So suppose one student from computer engineering, they may have friend from IT, AIDS, ENTC, civil, mechanical, electrical, and the relationship continues. You know, the friend. So those who are the first friend in Vidya Pratishthan, they remains in the memory. So whenever you go with your sweet memories, always they will be in your heart. So my dear friend, this will be the, you can say, very impressing thing at Vidya Pratishthan. So these are the, you can say, beauty of the Vidya Pratishthan. So my dear friend, again welcome you to this second session of the introduction to the subject, that is the engineering chemistry. Let me introduce myself. I am Dr. Nitin Jadhav. I am going to teach you the engineering chemistry along with the HOD madam, Dr. Sajjan. So we both are going to teach you the engineering chemistry. I will give you my detailed introduction as well as madam's detailed introduction later on. So first of all, let us introduce our subject. So my dear friend, already you have studied the chemistry since last maybe 5 or 6 years. Since you were 8th standard, I think the chemistry is separate for CBSE students. So they are going to study a special chemistry from your 8th standard. So 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12. Almost 5 years you are studying the engineering chemistry, the chemistry, and you know what is the chemistry. So today I am not going to tell you what is the chemistry, what are the content of the chemistry, nothing else. Today we will talk generalized talk. So we will have just fun. We will introduce to each other and bit will introduce our subject also. I'm not going to talk a detail about the chemistry, chemical reactions and chemistry, everything. No. So my dear friend, let us have a discussion with this quote. So welcome to the first year engineering at Vidya Pratishthan, Kamalnayan Bajaj Institute of Engineering Technology, Baramati. First of all, I would like to ask you a very simple question. My dear friend, do you know who are you? Dear friends, really do you know who are you? That means what are you doing? Where you have taken the admission? To which course you have taken the admission? Hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So do you know who are you?
Yes.
Yeah, who are you? Abhishek? I can see roll number 110, Abhishek Shirke. Abhishek, do you know who are you? He will say, yes, I am Abhishek. I know you are Abhishek, but truly, who are you?
We are Vidya Pratishthan students, sir.
Okay, that is your secondary introduction. The first your introduction is you are the engineer. My dear friend, what is meant by engineer? Do you know what is engineer or who is the engineer? I will tell you one story. Yeah? Today I am in the mood of the telling the story. So today I am going to tell you one story. Will you be happy to listen the story or no? You want to deliver a content only?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So now I'm going to tell you one story. So my dear friend, actually I have spent 1.5 years in South Korea, and during my stay in the Korea, I came across one professor. The professor, he was the director of IISc, IISc Bangalore. I hope you people know IITs and IISCs and NITs. You
Yes,
know
sir.
IISc, Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore. He was the then director of IISc Bangalore. He was the professor there, and he was the director of IISc Bangalore. And he was there in Korea for one conference. And I was doing my research, my PhD work in Korea. That time I met him, and that time he told me one story. So my dear friend, this story is very interesting story, and that I'm going to tell you that story. So just me, my few friends, and the director from ISC. So we were sit together, and we were just discussing the many things we were discussing. When two people from same field comes together, they discuss about their fields. So we were discussing, and just the one concept came, the engineer and engineering. So that time he told me, Nitin, I would like to tell you one story, and the same story I'm going to tell you, my dear friend. So he told me he was a postdoctoral fellow. After his PhD, he was a postdoctoral fellow, and he was doing his research in USA, United States of America. So he was doing research in America, and his university was, you can say, far away from his living place. He was staying around 7 to 8 kilometers from the university. And what he used to do, he used to catch a bus. My dear friends, speed is okay, or I am talking very fast?
No, sir.
No, sir, it's okay.
No, sir.
Yeah, thank you,
Okay,
thank
sir.
you. Yeah,
Okay,
if whenever you feel I am speaking very fast, you can stop me and you can tell me, sir, please speak slowly, so that you can understand. So my dear friend, he was residing to some place, and he was visiting university by the local bus. The government buses are there, like the ST Mahamandal we have in Maharashtra, or in Pune you can say PMT. In Mumbai there is a best bus. Likewise, there was the government, the public transport buses which was running, and he was traveling through that bus. So in America he was traveling through the one bus, and that time aside of him and in the neighboring seat, one lady along with her small kids, maybe 6-7-year-old kids, she was sitting neighboring to the scientist. He was the postdoctoral fellow. Later on he becomes a director, and the lady was sitting, and small kid was there, small you can say girl was there along with that lady. And there was one board, in Maharashtra, in our places also, whenever suppose there is some birthday of someone, you people can find the big banners, big display boards, happy birthday to Dada, happy birthday to Bahu, like this. There are the banners. So likewise, there was one digital board, digital banner along with the roadside. So on the roadside, there was one banner, and on that banner, the something was written. What was the written? The written matter was, congratulations to this engineer, because he may have some big achievement. That's why the congratulation was can say done for this particular engineer, and it was written there, the congratulations to this engineer. So suddenly the daughter, the small kids, she has read this board, digital board, and she was very curious. She asked to her mother, Mama, what is this engineer? My dear friend, now I am going to tell you the real moral. So she asked to her mother, Mama, what is the engineer? That time, my dear friend, the answer given by that lady, you will feel proud. So my dear friend, the beautiful answer was given by the lady. A heart-touching answer was given by the lady, and the answer was, my dear daughter, the engineer is the person. Please remember, my dear friend, who are you? You are the engineer. Please again remember, who are you? You are the engineer. What is the engineer? Engineer is the person who creates the things which are forgotten by God. My dear friend, such a beautiful, heart-touching answer was given by that lady. Who is the engineer? Engineer is the person who creates the things which are forgotten by God. My dear friend, now I am talking to you on this online platform, Zoom. What do you think? The Zoom is created by God? Is it
No,
invented by God?
no,
No.
sir.
No, sir.
I'm taking lecture on my laptop. The laptop is created by God?
No, sir.
No, sir.
You can see my mobile. You can see this mobile. This mobile. Do you know this mobile is created by God?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No. So my dear friend, everything invention, whatever the invention is done, all is done by you people, you engineer people. So my dear friend, you should be feel very proud that you people are the engineer. Who are you? You are the creator. You will create things which are forgotten by God. So my dear friend, I know the students from PPKBT, they will be definitely a creator. They are going to create the things which are forgotten by God. God has forgot many things. He has created only our nature, the live things, they like human, animals, plant, everything, microorganism. But he forgot to develop technology. He forgot to create a technology, and that technology will be created by the engineer. Already, you know, bridges, roads, buildings, the machineries, everything is created by the engineer, and still there are many technologies yet to create, and that technology will be created by engineer like you. And my dear friend, we all PPKBT staff will feel very proud whenever you achieve something, you will create something. So that will be a, you can say, proudful day for us. So my dear friend, all the best for you people for this success. You can say a great success in your future. And please remember, whenever you feel, sir, what I am going to do, you please remember, my dear friend, you are the creator. You are as equal as God, because many things are there which is yet to be created, and that things you are going to create. So this is the simple thing, my dear friend. Who are you? You are the engineer, you are the creator, and you are going to create a things which are forgotten by a God. So my dear friend, welcome to this first year engineering. So this is simple thing. I know you, everybody knows this definition. What is science? The already the science is nothing but it is the study of the basic principles and fundamental knowledge of the things around us. So this is the simple concerned with the description, prediction, and understanding of natural phenomena based on observational and empirical evidences. Basic principle and fundamental study is nothing but it is a science. And what is engineering, my dear friend? By using this scientific knowledge, by using the basic principle, basic laws of the science, we can develop certain machine. It's called as engineering. So what is engineering? It is the art of designing fabrication of useful devices by using fundamental basic principles of and basic rules of this science. So my dear friend, the science and technologies are two sides of one coin. Please remember, what are the science and engineering? Science and engineering are the two sides of one single coin. So when science and engineering come together, there will be a big invention. The invention happens, the technology develops. So my dear friend, what is the scientist? Scientist is the person which engage in the systematic activity to acquire knowledge that describe the and predict the natural worlds, or it engage in explaining basic and fundamental things behind the certain activities. And what is engineer? Engineer is the person engaging in designing useful devices, instruments by using the basic and fundamental knowledge of the science for making life comfortable. So my dear friend, you know, everything happens, every research happens. Why it happens? For our comfortable, for our sake of simplicity. You know, human is the lazy man. Human is the lazy. And that's why the invention happen. Every invention happens because human is lazy. I don't want to just stand up from here, go there and switch on the light. So what I have done, I have invented a remote. So by using remote, I can switch on, switch off light. So I have just avoided the hard work. So my dear friend, the humans are lazy, and that's why inventions are going on. So always be lazy and have a good inventions. So my dear friend, this is the simple thing. So you know, the current research is technology oriented research only. The research is based on the technology. So the technology development for everybody is very essential. So my dear friend, when scientist and engineer, they come together, they will have a great invention. When scientist and engineer come together, they have hand in hand, then there will be a great invention. So my dear friend, let me introduce you a basic syllabus of this engineering chemistry. So my dear friend, in first year engineering, you know, as I told you, you are going to study the chemistry only for the first semester, only for the, one semester. So one semester, maybe semester 1 or semester 2, half student are going to study in semester 1 and remaining half are going to study in semester 2. So my dear friend, please remember, you have to study only 6 units. So how many units are there? Only 6 units. Unit number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. That unit you are going to study and you have to give the examination. So what is the unit number 1? I am not going to go in detail about the syllabus because I am already going to tell you later on we are going to teach these things. So just remember, unit 1 is the water technology. So everything related to water and its technology, that you are going to study in the unit number 1. So what is unit number 2? My dear friend, unit number 2 is the instrumental method of analysis. I hope you people have studied in your 12th. IR spectroscopy, NMR spectroscopy, UV spectroscopy. Have you studied this? Hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So my dear friend, you are going to study the different instrumental methods. So different methods in this unit number 2. That is the instrumental method of analysis, like pH metry, conductometry, potentiometry, then the UV visible spectroscopy, IR spectroscopy, like this. The spectroscopic technique is you are going to study in this unit number 2. Then my dear friend, you are going to study unit number 3, that is engineering material. My dear friend, this is very interesting topic and very recent topic, very advanced topic. So this engineering material is basically divided into 2 subgroup. One is the polymer and other is the nanomaterials. So my dear friend, you know, nanotechnology is the advanced technology. So everything is made up of materials, and materials are basically made up of elements. So elements comes in the chemistry. So my dear friend, if your basics of chemistry is a strong pillar, then you people have very good knowledge of your all engineering field. So please remember, in this unit number 3, you are going to study about the engineering material. That is, the first part is the polymers, specialty polymers, different special type of polymer. My dear friend, now we cannot imagine our life without polymer. From the hairpin to nail paint, everywhere we use the polymer. Our laptop, mobile, everything is made up of polymer. Everything lightweight, compatible, foldable is made up of polymer. So in our home also, the refrigerator, TV, fan, mixer, cooker, no, not cooker, mixer, everything is made up of the polymer, the plastic and polymer. So my dear friend, polymers are very essential part of our life. Please remember my sentence. We cannot imagine our life without polymer. This much essentials are the polymer. I know there are certain limitations. So you people will say, sir, now government is banning the polymer because polymer create a pollution. Yes, that is the thing. It is a true. Now scientists and engineers, they come together. They are finding the alternative to the polymer. But my dear friend, until and unless we find a good alternative to the polymer, it is essential to use the polymer. The polymers are the essential part of our life. Yes, ultimately we are trying to avoid as much as possible to use the polymer. Wherever possible, we are avoiding the polymer, but again, polymers are very useful. But my dear friend, there are certain the polymer which are degradable polymer. Generally, we call it as a biodegradable polymer, and that will be very much useful for our human life. So, my dear friend, I hope some people from you, they may come forward, they may do research in this, and you may people have invent some biopolymer, biodegradable polymer, and ultimately we will have, the whole world will have a gift of this degradable polymer, and that time, my dear friend, the whole world will praise you. So the ultimately the polymers are very essential part of our life. We cannot imagine our life even without polymer. So the polymers are very helpful, useful. They are used in many technologies. And second part is the nanomaterials. So my dear friend, we call it as a 21st century, 21st century. So the technology of 21st century is one of the technology, that is nanotechnology also. So there are many technology. You can see robotics are there, artificial intelligence is there, machine learnings are there, cloud computings are there, or memes are there. So in electronics, so many technologies are there. Among them, the nanotechnology is the one of the important technology which is going to be a very, or which is going to contribute in the development of the human being, development of the world. So my dear friend, that we have to study in this unit number 3, the polymers and nanomaterials. We will have a detailed discussion in later on when we start our syllabus. Just remember the things. So now don't worry about this. We are not going to in detail about the detailed content of the syllabus. So my dear friend, next the unit number 4 is the fuels. Again, my dear friend, this is also very important, you can say, unit. My dear friend, nowadays the fuel is the essential part of our life. Everywhere, if you want to travel from one place to other place, you need maybe motorcycle, car, or bus, train, aeroplane, and all these things runs on the fuel. So my dear friend, fuel is very essential component. And again, the fuel, nowadays there is a crisis of fuel. You can see that petrol and diesel prices, they are going to cross 100. Almost they have crossed the 100. And my dear friend, in coming days, in few years only, the petroleum source and diesel source are going to vanish. So there will be no petrol, there will be no diesel. Then what to do? We have to find out the alternative for this fuel. And my dear friend, there is a big scope for the mechanical engineer, big scope for the electrical engineer. The mechanical engineer and electrical engineer, they come together and they can generally fabricate the vehicle, which is a hybrid vehicle. So there is a concept of hybrid vehicle. Hope you people have heard the concept of flex engine. So my dear friend, you can develop a flex engine. Flex engine means engine we can run on petrol, diesel. It can run on ethanol. It can run on biodiesel. It can run on the gases like the CNG, LNG, LPG. Also, it can run on the another fuel, alternative fuel like hydrogen fuel or electricity in the batteries. So, my dear friend, this type of hybrid vehicles is the need of the hours. Nowadays, we have to develop certain, you can say, the vehicles which runs on the alternative fuels. So my dear friend, you know, there are two type of fuel, conventional fuel and non-conventional fuel. Conventional fuel means the fuel which is obtained from fossil fuel like petrol, diesel, and non-conventional fuel is the fuel which is obtained from renewable energy like solar energy, then wind energy, then the tidal energy. So there are many type of renewable energy, and that type of you can say the fuel is called as non-conventional fuel. So my dear friend, we have to depend on non-conventional, or generally it is called as renewable energy. So we have to depend upon the renewable energy. So my dear friend, for basically for electrical engineer and mechanical engineer, your future is a very bright future. You have a great future. So definitely, my dear friend, here you have to study about this, all the calorific value, what is meant by calorific value, what are the, you can say, different type of fuel, solid fuel, liquid fuel, and gaseous fuel, that we have to discuss in the unit number 4. Then my dear friend, next unit number 5 is the again the two spectroscopic technique we have to study. So in unit number 2, we will discuss only conductometry, colorimetry, and pHmetry. And in unit number 5, we will discuss UV visible spectroscopy and infrared spectroscopy. Later on, whenever we start this our syllabus, that time I will tell you, being engineer, why you need to learn these techniques. What is the importance of these techniques in your engineering area? That we will discuss later on. So my dear friend, just this is the introduction. So don't worry, don't bother, don't take much tension. This is very simple thing. What we have to do, we have to study in unit number 5, that is this spectroscopic technique. Among that, we are going to study two technique. The one is the visible spectroscopy and other is the infrared spectroscopy. And my dear friend, last unit you have to study is the corrosion science. So this is again very important unit, where being engineering point of view, being engineer, you know, my dear friend, you are going to develop certain technology, you are going to develop certain machine. Whenever you develop a machine, the machine is made up of any metal, any alloy, any polymer like this. So you have to, you should know what are the environmental concern on that particular metal, what are the environmental concern on that particular you can say the alloy. So I hope you people have studied the you people have seen the movie Mission Mangal. Have you seen?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Rajeshri, please repeat again. Hello, Rajeshri, you was not audible, so I can't hear you. What you are telling? I think yes, Rajeshri.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, please.
Sir,
You was
I
telling
just told
something.
yes, sir.
Okay. Somebody was telling somebody was telling something, but I couldn't understand. The network problem was there. Okay, so if you want to talk, no problem. Please tell me. So my dear friend, hope everybody, I suppose, not everybody, I'm not sure, because there will be someone say, no, sir, I have not seen. So many of the amongst you, they may have seen the movie Mission Mangal. You there in that you can see whenever they are launching the satellite, that time they have prepared certain material. The material, if they tear in the environment, it has automatic property that they again wear up. So म्हणजे मराठीमध्ये थोडं सांगतो, ते फाटलं तर ऑटोमॅटिक इन्व्हायरमेंट मध्ये शिवलं जातं. So my dear friend, this type of technology, so this type of material are very essential material. So being engineer, you should know what is the particular property of this particular material, because you are going to fabricate a certain device, you are going to fabricate a certain machine, and that time you should know which type of metal. Suppose you know you are making a aeroplane, and heavy element, heavy metal you are going to use in aeroplane. Is it feasible? Is it okay to use heavy metal to prepare a aeroplane?
No, sir.
No.
No, sir.
Yes, correct. Because it is flying, so you should have to maintain that the material should be lightweight and it should have very high tensile strength. So my dear friend, you have to choose such a material that material should be a lightweight and it must have very high tensile strength. Such a material need to be chosen. So my dear friend, for that you should have a very good knowledge, very sound knowledge of the chemistry, very sound knowledge of the material science. So my dear friend, that's why this corrosion science is very essential, you can say, component in engineering point of view. You need to understand basic concepts of corrosion science so that you can develop a machine which are corrosion free. So this is very important, you can say, my dear friend, unit in your syllabus. So you have to study all these 6 units, and later on you have to perform this almost 8 to 10 experiments. So there are different experiments. So first experiment is you have to determine the hardness of water by EDTA method. Then you have to determine the alkalinity of water sample. My dear friend, please don't tension. Now don't worry about this. If you doesn't remember, no problem. Whenever we start our curriculum, that time you are going to perform this experiment. This is just introduction to you. Just I need to introduce you what is the content. That means what you have to learn, what you have to study in your 1 semester. So maybe semester 1 or semester 2, you have to just learn this content only. So you have to perform around 8 experiment. So experiment number 1 is determination of hardness of water by EDTA method. Second is determination of alkalinity of water. Third one is determination of strength of acid by using pH meter. The fourth one is you have to determine the unknown concentration of compound by using colorimetry, using Lambert-Beer law. You know this. So this is the fourth experiment. Fifth experiment is determination of, you can say, you have to carry out the titration of strong acid and weak acid using the conductometry instrument. So this is the fifth experiment. Sixth is the preparation of polymer. Simple polymer you have to prepare in laboratory. Seventh is you have to determine the, you can say, molecular weight of polymer by using the viscometer. So this is the viscosity experiment, simple experiment again. So next one is the analysis of coal. This is basically in the fuel. So you know the calorific value, gross calorific value, net calorific value, how to calculate that you have to going to study in this proximate analysis of coal. Then next is to coat the copper on zinc. So this is the electroplating technique to avoid the corrosion. So this is from the last unit. So my dear friend, next is the preparation of biodiesel from oil. You know, my dear friend, nowadays we need to understand the need of the alternative fuel. So we can prepare biodiesel from the oil. This is the next experiment. And the last experiment is the, you know, the synthesis of nanomaterial. You can prepare a nanomaterial. So my dear friend, you know, the nanotechnology is the important technology of this 21st century. Everybody must understand what is the nanoscience, what is the nanotechnology. And for that, you should have the basic knowledge of nanotechnology. That's why this simple, the concept has been introduced. My dear friend, let me tell you one thing. In our Vidya Pratishthan, Kamal Bajaj Institute of Engineering Technology, VPKBIT, every faculty have certain center of excellence. Please remember, my dear friend, what I am going to tell you. Every faculty has a particular center of excellence. Like me, I have the center of excellence in nanomaterials. So in my center of excellence, what I am going to do, I am going to synthesize different nanomaterials. So many nanomaterials are there, and I am going to synthesize different nanomaterial. So my dear friend, when you join VPKBIT physically in physical mode, that time you can join any of the center. So you are the, you can say, around 400 students. So you are more than 400 students. You can join any center from any faculty, and you can work with that faculty. So what is the advantage of this? You will get idea about that particular technology. So our HOD Madam Sajjan Madam has the Center of Excellence in plastic waste management. So my dear friend, you can join that center, plastic waste management, and you can study the recent advances, recent happening, recent technologies in this plastic waste management. Likewise, the other physics faculty, mathematics faculty, the NTC faculty, computer faculty, IT faculty, every staff member, every teaching faculty present in the Vidya Pratishthan, VPKBIT Baramati, has a particular center of excellence. That means that is the specialty of that teacher. You can join that center of excellence, and you can carry out certain basic research, and you can get knowledge of that center. So whenever you face interview, that time in that interview, you can mention, yes, I have studied this in the one of the center of excellence. I have joined that center of excellence in the first year. I have joined that center of excellence in maybe second year, maybe third year, maybe fourth year, and I have studied there. So my dear friend, whenever come physically to this college, that time you can join my center of excellence. You can visit our website www.vpkbit.org. where you can find the COE's Center of Excellence, and you can find our the Center of Excellence. What we are doing in our Center of Excellence, that also you can say find there, and we can do. So in my Center of Excellence, I'll tell you later on. I am going to come to that point, and I'm going to tell you what actually happened in the Chemistry Center of Excellence, the plastic waste management and the nanomaterial. My Center of Excellence is Advanced Functional Nanomaterial and Nanotechnology. So name of my Center of Excellence is Advanced Functional Nanomaterials and Nanotechnology, that you can join. So my dear friend, the same experiment here we are going to perform. We are going to synthesize the different nanomaterials. So you people have to maintain this lab manual. So this type of lab manual is there. So this lab manual, just 1 minute. Yeah, this lab manual is there, the practical manual, where you can find the detailed procedure. So what are the different experiment, and what is the detailed procedure, how this experiment can be performed, what are the chemicals required, what are the glasswares required, what will be the observations we can see, and what are the results, that you can see, my dear friend, here. So this is the simple lab manual. Here you can see from, yes, this is starting from experiment number 1. So here experiment number 1, 2, 3, 4, likewise there are total 9 or 10 experiments you can perform in this. So my dear friend, these are the lab manual, where you can, by using the procedure, you can perform the experiments. So this is the simple lab manual. Yes. So my dear friend, now next point is, these are the textbooks and some reference books available in our library. You people have to use these books, and you have to study for your examination. You have to prepare for your examination. Not only this, there are many other publication books also, like the Nirali publication. Then other books are also there. Whenever we start our teaching, that time we will also tell you what are the book. My dear friend, we will assure you, you don't need to purchase any book. Whatever the content we are going to teaching you, my dear friend, it will be a perfect one, and you will not require any textbook for your study. Whatever the notes we are giving, whatever the PPTs. Pawan Atode. Pawan. Who is this? Okay. So, okay, my dear friend. So, whenever we are going to start our actual teaching, that time we will tell you, you don't need anything, any book. And if you want to purchase, you can purchase, no problem. But I will assure you, you don't require any book. You just refer our notes, you just refer our PPTs, you just refer our video lectures. YouTube lectures. We, you know, my dear friend, in our Vidya Pratishthan, every faculty have recorded their lectures. So myself have recorded our lectures for chemistry. HOD madam has recorded her lecture, and every physics faculty, mathematics faculty, everybody has recorded their lecture. So you can listen their lectures, and that will be enough, sufficient for your examination. So my dear friend, these are the some books and reference books. So this is the teaching and examination scheme. So my dear friend, please remember, I hope HOD madam has explained in her talk also how the examinations are going on. So my dear friend, you know, the first year engineering student have to face 2 examination. One is called as in-semester examination, and other is called as end-semester examination. So particularly talking about our subject, that is engineering chemistry, my dear friend, this is the code of our subject. The code is 107009. This is the engineering chemistry subject. So the teaching scheme for this subject is total 4 hours per week teaching load. So we are going to teach you 4 lectures per week. But my dear friend, to have a effective teaching, we have increased our teaching load. So for every division, we are teaching around 5 hours per week. So every day there will be 1 lecture of chemistry. Though the university says that only you teach for 4 lecture 1 week, only you take 4 lecture, maybe Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. But we used to do, we used to take maybe almost 5 lecture or sometimes 6 lecture. So in a week, so that there will be an effective teaching. Every doubt of every student will be clear. So my dear friend, there will be 5 to 6 lecture per week for this chemistry, and there will be a 2-hour practical per week. So every student have to perform the experiment in coming to the laboratory. You should need to come to the laboratory and you have to carry out the experiment. My dear friend, I know you people come from the rural background in your 11th standard, 12th standard. Nowadays, there is a different culture of academy. So you may have passed your 12th from certain academy, and you know the academic culture, there is no laboratory. Only teaching is there. The JEE, CET and teaching. So many students amongst you, they may have not performed any experiment in your 11th and in your 12th. But my dear friend, here you need to perform the experiment. So you need to understand what are the disciplines of laboratory. So what are the basic things that we need to take care in the laboratory, and you have to perform the practicals, the experiments for 2 hours in a week. So every student, there will be a practical batch, and in that practical batch for 2 hours you have to come to the chemistry laboratory and you have to perform the experiment. Same way for every subject there is the, you can say, laboratory hours, 2 week hours, but I am talking about especially for this chemistry. So you have 2 weeks, 2 lectures per week for this chemistry. This chemistry is for 5 credit. My dear friend, if you pass this chemistry, you will get 5 credits. So this for 5 credit course. And what is the examination pattern? There are 2 type of examination. One is the in semester examination, which is of 30 marks, and there is a end semester examination which is of 70 mark. My dear friend, please remember, your in semester examination is based on first 2 unit. Please remember, your in semester examination, 30 mark examination is based on first 2 unit, that is unit number 1 and unit number 2. And the end semester examination, 70 mark examination is based on remaining 4 units, that is unit number 3, unit number 4, unit number 5 and unit number 6. So these 4 units are for the end semester examination. And my dear friend, there are the 25 marks for the practical. So whole chemistry, one subject is of 125 mark, 100 mark theory examination and 25 mark practicals. But my dear friend, I would like to give you one good news, that there is no examination for practical. My dear friend, please remember, for the first year, for any subject, there is no examination, practical examination. This 25 marks will be given you during your continuous performance. Please remember, my dear friend, this is my words. I am telling you, these 25 marks are in your pocket now. Today, you people have 25 out of 25 mark, but you are going to lose the mark in the coming days. How you are going to lose? We say, we will give you 5 marks for your regular attendance. And if you miss our lectures, if you miss practicals, then you are going to lose the mark. We'll say, we give you 5 marks for your discipline. Then if you behave irregular, if you does not follow the discipline, you will lose your mark. We'll say, if you carry out the experiment seriously, we'll give you 10 marks. So if you does not carry out the experiment seriously, every experiment seriously, you will lose your mark. So my dear friend, I am telling you today, 25 marks you people have. Everybody have 25 out of 25 mark. Now it is your own decision. Either you have to lose this mark or you have to preserve this mark. So if you want to preserve this mark, follow all the instruction given by all the teachers. And if you want to lose the mark, doesn't obey the order of the teacher, ultimately you are going to lose your marks. So my dear friend, please remember, this is the basic thing, that 25 marks are there. There is no examination for 25 marks. This is the continuous assessment. That means we are observing you and you are getting marks. We are giving you task. If you complete that task, you will get this mark. And please don't worry. Please note that you will get well in advance, you will get idea how these 25 marks are distributed, and just you have to follow that discipline. Once you follow that discipline, everybody will get 25 out of 25. My dear friend, I am happy to tell you, everybody, every teacher from VPK BET will be happy to give you 25 out of 25. Don't worry. University will not they assign any committee on us that is investigate how every student of VPK BET has got 25 out of 25. Don't worry. So we will be very happy if you get 25 out of 25 marks. So please remember, in semester examination, if you do very well, if you perform well, you get 30 out of 30 marks. In end semester examination, if you perform well, you get 70 out of 70. And if you behave gently, you will get 25 out of 25 marks in your practical examination. So there is no such examination for practicals. So my dear friend, this is the teaching scheme and this is the examination scheme. I hope all the doubt are clear here. What is the teaching scheme of this first year engineering for this chemistry subject and how the examination is happen. Please remember the first examination, your first examination will be in last week of the January. So it will be very early. So last week of the January, you people are going to face first examination 30 marks university exam based on unit number 1 and unit number 2. And later on, maybe in March or April, you are going to face second examination, end semester examination for 70 marks. Please remember, my dear friend, due to this COVID situation, you people are getting less time span. So in this 6 month only, we are going to, our university is going to cover your whole year. So till the July end, you people will pass from the first year and you will get to the promote to the second year. So my dear friend, from January to July, almost into 6 to 7 months, you have to complete whole year, 2 semesters, semester number 1 and semester number 2. So please remember, almost in 3 months, maybe January, February and March, you are going to complete the semester 1, and April, May and June, you are going to complete the semester 2. This is our last year experience. Why I am telling you, this is the experience of our last year. So in last year, the college has started in January and the first semester has ended in the March, and second semester started in April, and the second semester end in the June end. So likewise, up to the June end or July end, you are going to finish your whole year, whole academic year, whole first year. So my dear friend, this is the teaching scheme. Then my dear friend, these are the course outcome. I'll not tell you detail about this course outcome. These are basically the this is to examine you, but through our side. So my dear friend, we have to take care that whenever we teach first unit, then the student should have this knowledge. So the what is course outcome? Course outcome means after completing this course, students should have this idea. So you should have this 6 idea. You should have the knowledge of this 6 parameter. Then only it is said that yes, whatever we have taught, it is beneficial to the student. So likewise, whenever we taught the unit number 4, then the student should analyze fuel and suggest use of alternative fuel. At least we need to do this. If you need to do this, then we say that yes, whatever we have taught, it is okay, it is reached to the student, and now students are satisfied with our teaching. So my dear friend, these are the course outcome that we are going to judge. And every time whenever we are going to start unit, that time we are going to tell you, my dear friend, this for unit number 1, this is the course outcome, and so there are certain course objective also. So we are going to tell you, this is the course objective. That means if you study unit number 1, this knowledge you should get. That we will tell you at the beginning of this unit, and after ending the unit, we will ask you whether you satisfy with this, whether you got this knowledge or not. If you say yes, we got, then we say yes, whatever we have taught is sufficient and now you are fulfilled. So my dear friend, these are the course outcome. Same way, my dear friend, there are 12 program outcome. Again, don't bother. You will tell, sir, what you are telling us on the first day of this our the academic year, you are telling us the course outcome, program outcome. Don't worry, my dear friend. This is just idea. Whenever you complete your engineering 4-year course, you know, engineering is not a single year course. It is a 4-year course. The first year, second year, third year, and fourth year. If you complete this 4 year, then it is called as you are an engineer and you have completed engineering. Whenever you complete the engineering, that time the AICTE says any student, if pass the engineering, he should have 12 parameter. He should have a knowledge of 12 parameter. What are these 12 parameter? One is that the student should have engineering knowledge. You may get in first year, second year, third year, fourth year. Student should have problem analysis knowledge. Student should have design and development solution knowledge. The student should have, or he should be able to conduct and investigate a complex problem. You should be able to design certain, you can say, the solution to the particular problem. Then you should use modern tools. The student should be beneficial for the society. Then students should have knowledge of environment and sustainability. Students should have ethics. and students should work in teamwork as well as individual. My dear friends, these are 9. Then students should have communication skill, students should have project management and finance skill, and students should have lifelong learning. If this 12 knowledge you will get, then you will be the perfect engineer. So my dear friend, the motto of this, the induction program is that you should get ethics also. My dear friend, you know, in Vidya Pratishthan, we don't want to be a good engineer only. My dear friend, we are committed to produce good engineer as well as good human being. Please remember, whenever any student from this Vidya Pratishthan, VPK Beti, he passes from VPK Beti and goes out in the world for his job, his career, he should not be only a good engineer, but he should be a good human being. You should be helping to the society. You should be, you can say, cooperative to your society. So you should have a peer, you can say, working. Peer working means you should work in the group. So likewise, if you are a kind person, a good human being, a kind-hearted human, then we say that yes, whatever we have, it is sufficient and it is correct. So we are on correct track. So my dear friend, the motto of VPKBT is not only to create, produce a good engineer, but it is the to produce good human being also. Please remember this. This is the motto of VPKBT. We are going to produce good engineer as well as good human being. So ethics we are going to inculcate in you. So my dear friend, this is about the course outcome and program outcome. Now my dear friend, we'll finish within just 5 to 10 minutes. So we are almost over end of this topic. So my dear friend, what are the application of engineering chemistry? Because you will ask me, sir, we are learning this chemistry, but what is the use of this chemistry in our field? I am the mechanical engineer, and what is the use of this chemistry? I am the civil engineer. What is the use of this chemistry? I am electrical engineer. I am computer engineer. I am IT engineer. I am artificial intelligence engineer. So what is the use? So my dear friend, the tremendous use of chemistry is there. I know, you know, my dear friend, I am telling you, the engineer are going to fabricate a technology, and every technology requires certain materials, and the materials are belonging to chemistry. So if you have a sound knowledge of chemistry, you will be very good in the particular material, and if you are good in the material, you will develop a beautiful or certain interesting technology in your life. So my dear friend, the chemistry has the, not only this, just I have listed this because these branches are here in our college. That's why I have just listed this. But in medicine, in pharmacy, everywhere the application of chemistry is there. So application of chemistry in civil engineering, ENTC, electrical, AIDS, IT, computer, mechanical, everywhere the application of chemistry is there. So I'll tell you some few. This is the list of few applications only. So my dear friend, the electrical engineering chemistry can be applicable in preparing or fabricating energy storage devices like battery, supercapacitor, hydrogen fuel cell, everywhere. The photovoltaic devices like solar cells, we can use by using this chemistry materials. So my dear friend, in electrical engineering, a tremendous use of chemistry is there. You can prepare fuel cell, you can prepare electrode for different devices, you can prepare conductor, you can prepare carbon fiber as a conducting material, you can use carbon nanotube in solar cell, and they, to increase the efficiency, you can use the organic dyes in the solar cell. So my dear friend, there is a tremendous use of chemistry. So again, I'm not bothering you. Please don't bother. Don't take tension. I'm not teaching you. I'm just giving you the idea. These are the fields which are open to you, my dear friend. These are the doors which are open to you. So don't worry about this. Sir, whatever you taught, we don't understand anything. No problem, my dear friend. Today, I'm not teaching you anything. I'm just giving you the idea. So these are the application. You can see here, this fuel cell is there, battery is there. This is the structure of, you can say, hydrogen fuel cell, solar cell, flexible solar cell is there. The crystalline solar cell is there, supercapacitor is there, the different batteries are there. So my dear friend, these are the application of chemistry in electrical engineering. You can see this hybrid vehicle in mechanical engineering as well as in electrical engineering. My dear friend, the lithium ion battery, you can see this mobile. My mobile is charging, discharging. It contains a battery, and due to battery, the battery gets charged. So this battery is made up of chemistry. It is made up of material. The generally battery is called as lithium ion battery. So lithium element is there. Electrolyte is there. Electrolyte is certain polymer, conducting polymers are there. The two electrodes are there, cathode and anode. One is one metal, other is other metal. So my dear friend, everything is made up of chemistry. So chemistry is the essential component of engineering. You cannot imagine engineering without basic subject like chemistry, physics, mathematics. So please, if you have good knowledge of chemistry, physics, mathematics, you will be a good engineer. So my dear friend, please remember, if you want to be a good engineer, you should have the knowledge of physics, chemistry, and mathematics. My dear friend, today I am going to tell you one thing. Please remember in your whole life. Don't say that I am an electrical engineer and I have only knowledge of electrical. No. My dear friend, to have a good engineer, you should have an interdisciplinary knowledge. What I am telling you, my dear friend, let me confirm. Am I audible, my dear friends?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So I hope you are
Yes,
not getting bored. I hope you are not getting bored. Just I am finishing.
No, sir.
So my dear,
No, sir.
friend, please remember, being engineer, you should not say that, sir, I am mechanical engineer and only I have the knowledge of mechanical engineering. No, my dear friend, if you want to be a good engineer, you should have knowledge of mechanical engineering. You should knowledge of civil, electrical. You should have a knowledge of programming also. Then only you will become a successful engineer. If you are a computer and IT engineer, you cannot say, sir, I only know the programming. But my dear friend, you know the programming. Here you are going to apply the programming. You know, recent the devices, the whatever in your home also, many people will say the you people have some the electric bulb in your home. The bulb, they like the Cortona. You say something, the bulb will on. You say something, bulb will get off. You know, the voice recognition. This is the programming. But this programming is applied in the electric engineering field. So my dear friend, you should have the knowledge of electrical engineering as well as programming. Then only you will be a successful engineer. Nowadays, you know, the recent cars are there. The advanced cars from Mahindra also, Tata also. When you go to the servicing center, to detect the problem, you don't need to open your car. You just attach to the computer. The computer will scan the car and he will find, yes, there is a problem in piston, there is a problem in somewhere gasket, there is a problem in somewhere. So problem will be detected automatically by using the computer. But my dear friend, for that you should have a good knowledge of programming as well as good knowledge of mechanical engineering also. So my dear friend, you cannot say, sir, I am a computer engineer, only I will learn the programming language. I will not learn physics, I will not learn chemistry, I will not learn the electrical engineering, mechanical engineering, civil. No, only teach me the programming. So my dear friend, the university has designed the curriculum, the considering all the things. So please remember, if university says you have to learn chemistry, you have to learn physics, you have to learn mathematics, you have to learn civil, mechanical, electrical, ENTC, computer, that means it is essential for your engineering. So my dear friend, if you want to be a good engineer, you should have a knowledge on every field. So, you know, these are the application of electrical engineer and mechanical engineering combination. So the hybrid car, electric vehicles are there, you know, EV, electric vehicle. Again, please remember flex engine, the hybrid cars are there. So these cars should have the knowledge of physics, chemistry, mathematics, as well as the civil engineering, mechanical engineering, and programming also. So my dear friend, this is the picture I am going to show you. These are the materials which I have prepared in our laboratory. So my dear friend, in our center of this nanotechnology, we are going to prepare these beautiful materials, nanomaterials. So these are the, you can see here, this is 100 nanometer scale. You can see the scale. This is the 50 nanometer. This is the 50 nanometer. This is 100 nanometer. This is 1 nanometer. So my dear friend, in this way, we are going to prepare a material, nanomaterial in our laboratory, in our center of excellence. Same way, our HOD madam is going to have a technology on plastic waste management. They are going to degrade a plastic. They are going to invent a new biodegradable plastic. So my dear friend, this is open offer for you people. The first year engineering student can join the nanotechnology center as well as the center of the plastic waste management. The two centers are there which are offered by the chemistry subject. So my dear friend, for chemistry there are two centers. One is the nanotechnology center and other is the plastic waste management center. So you can join, few students can join to my center, few students can join to madam center, and remaining student can join to other center like physics is there. In physics there are the centers, In mathematics, there is the center. Electrical engineering, there is center. ENTC, there is center. Civil engineering, there is a center. The computer, IT, AIDS, ENC, there are the centers. So you can join the center. It is your choice, my dear friend. So by choice, what is your interest, you can join that center. So my dear friend, in my center, I am going to prepare this nanometer materials, and I am going to fabricate this solar cell. You know the solar cell, particularly solar cell, battery, fuel cell, supercapacitor, that I am going to fabricate in my center. So those who are interested in the solar cells, those who are interested in the batteries, lithium-ion battery like charging batteries, those who are interested in fuel cell, those who are interested in supercapacitor, they can join my center. This type of solar cells I have prepared in my laboratory, and this is our future plan. We are going to fabricate this type of flexible solar cell. So what are the application of this flexible solar cell? My dear friend, this, you know, soldier, Indian Army, we paint solar cell on their body, on their cloth, automatically their mobile will get charged. So every soldier require energy for there on the border. You can just paint the solar cell on the his, you can say, clothes. It will look beautiful also, and it will generate energy also. These are the bags of the soldier. If you paint the solar cell on the bag, automatically it will generate the, you can say, energy. I hope you people have news recently, maybe 2-3 months back, one aeroplane was landed in Hyderabad airport. Have you heard this news? Somebody?
No, sir.
Yeah, there was one aeroplane which was running on solar energy only, and it was landed in India, Hyderabad airport. The plane was visiting the whole world. Almost every country the plane visited. They just take off from one country and they land in other country. Likewise, they visited everywhere, and that aeroplane was made up of, or that aeroplane was running on only solar energy. So my dear friend, this type of aeroplane, already the technology has been invented, it is working. So this type of solar cells are there. We can paint the solar cell on our houses. So whatever the energy required in your home at night, you can get this energy from the solar energy only. So the solar cells are there. Your home will look beautiful because solar cells are beautiful. They are shining, they are colorful. So your home will be painted. So your painting, the cost will be saved, and also electricity cost will be saved, because you don't need to take electricity from the electricity board. You will automatically get electricity from solar energy, and your the tube light, fan, the washing machine, fridge, TV, it will work on this energy. So my dear friend, then these are the applications of the chemistry in ENTC engineering. So in electronics and telecommunication, like sensors, actuators are there, the optoelectronic devices are there, the LED devices are there, so the boards are there. These are made up of the materials, silicon type of materials, and which are made up of from the chemistry background. So my dear friend, these are the application of chemistry and ENTC engineering. Likewise, there are application of the chemistry in mechanical engineering, like lubricant, absorbent, catalyst. You know, badminton racket is made up of the carbon nanotube. The filter, metallurgy, automobile part, hydrogen fuel, machinery, coating. So these are the application of chemistry in the mechanical engineering. My dear friend, these are the application of chemistry in civil engineering. Already these are the used application. You can see the cable stayed bridge. This bridge is made up of carbon nanotube. The Silver Jubilee Church in the Rome, Italy, it is already working on the nano material solar cells. So these are this church here, the solar cell coated over it, made up of the nano material, chemistry material, and the lighting is there. So my dear friend, this suspension bridge is made up of carbon nanotube. These are the crack healing, the CNTs, carbon nanotube. Suppose any construction is there, any building is there, certain cracks are there, that crack can be healed by using carbon nanotube, CNT. So these are the application of, my dear friend, the chemistry in the civil engineering. So these are the hard branches, the civil, mechanical, electrical, ENTC, generally these are the application. Also chemistry has the application in soft branches like computer, IT, IDS. There is a computational chemistry, simulation based chemistry, theoretical chemistry. Different softwares are there which are used in chemistry that can be developed by the computer, IT and IDS engineer. My dear friend, now I am going to just give you one demo of the software. There is one software, just let me give me 1 minute only. See this is the Avogadro software. Very interesting software, my dear friend. So suppose I want to draw any just material, I can draw like this. I want to, you can see this automatically. This is, what is this molecule? Can anybody name this molecule?
Ethane.
Ethane, correct. It is the ethane. So carbon, carbon, two carbon are there. C2H6. It is the ethane. You can take double bond, triple bond like this. You can select any atom of this, any atom of this, any element like this. You can rotate this. So my dear friend, this is the beauty of the software. You can rotate anywhere, any type of geometry you can see. If you want to see any atom, you want to see any element, likewise you can rotate. So my dear friend, this you can check the bond angles. So the bond angle between this molecule, likewise you can select the atoms, my dear friend. Here you can again you can resize, reshape. So these are the things, my dear friend. So you can see here, just let me rotate. Yeah, likewise. So my dear friend, this is the beauty. You can rotate in any direction. You can rotate this in any direction, or anywhere you can rotate this. So this is the application of the chemistry in your field, in engineering field, in the civil engineering, mechanical engineering. So in detail we should have this later on. When you will come to here, we will detail see this, how this chemistry is working. So my dear friend, these are the things, yes, which are happening in the chemistry. So these are the application of this chemistry. So this type of software you can develop, my dear friend. Computer engineer, IT engineer, EIDS, ENTC engineer. So you can develop this type of softwares, my dear friend. So these are the application of chemistry in your field. Now these are the teaching faculty. Already I hope you people knows this. She is Professor Dr. Aparna Sachin, HOD of our first year engineering department. Already today morning she has taken one session of your session, introductory session. So she is the PhD, MSc from inorganic chemistry, PhD from chemistry. She's research area is drinking water analysis, the heavy metal detection analysis in paint, then food, pharmaceutical drugs, content of analysis, and this is her detailed biodata. You can visit our VPKBT website also. You can visit her detailed profile also. So she is the HOD for this first year. Then the second one, myself, I am Dr. Nitin Jadhav. I am assistant professor, also MSc PhD in chemistry. My research area studies on modification of working electrode for resistor, solar cell, battery, supercapacitor, fuel cell. Also you can visit this my profile also. You can go, click open any link. You can go to the Google Scholar or researcher ID, Scopus ID, and you can visit my profile. So this is my profile here, you can see. So in detail you can see here. Just 1 minute, I think it is hang, machine is hang. Just 1 minute only. So these are the profiles. Just give me a second. Mouse is not working. Okay. Okay, so this is all about the introduction of our teaching faculty, and I think this is the last slide. Here we finish. So if anybody have any doubt, anybody want to share something, anybody want to know something more which I miss, almost I have tried to cover everything. But if you want to contribute something, now session is open for discussion, my dear friend. You can also talk now. You can also speak, please. Hello, anybody want to contribute? Hello, am I audible?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Please. Yeah, please. Now somebody want to talk something? Okay.
Sir, what is the expected date for first semester examination, in semester examination?
Not yet any circular has been received by the university, because we are affiliated to Pune University. So whole the curriculum will be decided by the university. The tentative date is, the last week of this January. So last week of January, from maybe 25 January to 30 January or 31st. But we don't know exact date, because university is going to decide. University is going to decide.
Thank you, sir.
Sir,
Yes, please.
exams will be conducted in the theory mode or online mode, like offline or online?
I think now it may be offline mode, because nowadays the college has been started now. So everywhere offline mode is there. So maybe it may be started in offline mode. Anything else? Yeah, I will share you the attendance link. My laptop is hang. Just a minute. Just only 1 minute. My actually laptop get hang.
Sir,
I couldn't. Yes. Please.
books.
What do you want to ask? What about books?
For chemistry, engineering chemistry books, which books you prefer?
Just I send just shown you the list now. We will send you detail also. But don't worry, the other books are also there, that we will share during our commencement of the classes. When our classes will start, that time I will show you what are the different books. Okay.
I have a problem, sir. There will be not vaccinated me, so I can't come in college.
No problem, no problem. I will give you the name of books. You can purchase there at your place also. No problem.
Okay, thank you,
Is
sir.
it okay? Yeah.
Sir, what is principal address?
Principal address means?
Principal address is inaugural
Okay.
and welcoming speech by principal. Principal sir is going to address the students.
Okay, ma'am.
Is that going offline?
It will be both. We will give live streaming also of the same. Those who can attend it physically, you can attend it. Otherwise, you can join online.
For local students?
Pardon? It's not
For
clear.
local students, local.
Was not able to hear you. I think Sanket was speaking. Was it?
My dear friend, I will send you the attendance link on the WhatsApp group. I am not able to join by Zoom mobile also. Message check kara, message check kara.
Any difficulty? I think someone has had the difficulty. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Some student had a question. I think Aniket Karat. You had a question? No. Yes, you can ask. No, you have cleared. Okay. Any other student? is having anything to ask? You can also ask the teachers in the group. And one more thing I wanted to say, in the official WhatsApp group, you are not supposed to put the general messages. Only academic related messages will be entertained in the WhatsApp group. Okay. No good morning, good afternoon, happy birthday, nothing like such kind of messages should be put in the official group. It is made for the students to get benefited. They can contact the teachers. You can also send messages to teachers on their numbers privately. You will get responses. But the messages should be related to your academics to clarify your queries. Got it?
Ma'am,
Yes. Yes, Gayatri.
what about the students who have taken one shot of the vaccine? Like, are they allowed in the physical mode with one vaccine?
But you will not get the hostel facilities. I think you will not be allowed to stay in the hostel. Might be you have taken the admissions, hostel admissions, but once you take the second dose, you can come to the hostels for staying.
Yes, dear student, the attendance link is shared in chat box also now. Zoom chat box also. You can check that.
In physical mode, for classes, you can come. You can attend the classes offline in the physical mode, that is offline mode. But for staying in the hostels, you need 2 vaccine doses. Is it clear? And as per the guidelines, COVID guidelines, we have to follow only 50% students will be in the physical mode in the classroom. Not packed. The whole, all the students will not be allowed in a classroom for attending the class in the physical mode, because the guideline says that 50% students or 50% is allowed. So few of the students will attend it in the physical mode, and a few of you, that is 50% of you, can join it in the online mode. Any other questions? So other teachers can also respond if they are there. Any other queries? Okay, then I will take a leave.
Yes, I think host has to terminate this meeting. Madam, you are the co-host. You can terminate the meeting also.
Okay, once the students take the attendance sheet, all of you give the attendance for this session also.
Dear student, please fill the attendance for every session. You have filled for first session. Now I have shared the attendance link for second session also. You have to fill it.
First session link was already shared. Second session link is there here in the chat box, shared to you at 12:38 p.m. So to attendance, some feedback you have to submit for today. And all the sessions, I think they are over now.
Yeah, yes. So, okay. So thank you, my dear friends. Thank you for joining this session. And I think today evening you will get the schedule for tomorrow's session. So please join sharp before 10 a.m. tomorrow. So have a nice day. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.